welcome to Little Koala Club. Got lots of fun activities for today. Let's start with our 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And a second time. In through the nose and out. See if you can hold the breath at the end of the in, hold, and out. Our story today is called Sunset. So close your eyes, be very still, and imagine you're sitting on the beach on a warm day watching the sunset. The breeze gently touches your face. You can smell the refreshing scent of air, sea, and taste the saltiness in your mouth. You feel calm and rested as you listen to the sound of the waves lapping against the sand. Look out over the ocean and you can see the sun like a huge golden red ball as it slowly sinks. Sit there motionless on the warm sand and watch the sun sink behind the water. Slowly, the whole sky is filling with the most astounding array of colours. You can see every shade of pink, orange, and yellow mixed with blues and purples. The sight is breathtaking. Stay there and enjoy the shapes and patterns this spectacular sunset is making in the sky. It looks so beautiful. You feel quiet and serene as you watch this wonder of nature. Stay very still as the sun softly sets behind the horizon. As you watch the sun set, repeat the words, "I am calm," and enjoy this feeling of being quiet and peaceful. Your body feels completely relaxed and your mind is clear. When you're ready, open your eyes. What I'd like you to do is draw yourself sitting watching that beautiful sunset and what's around you. Let's get started on our under the water drawing today in the ocean. Let me share my screen. Let's start with, we're going to draw some rocks in our background. So don't forget, when you're drawing, keep your shoulders relaxed. Don't tense up all your muscles. Just focus in on what you are drawing. So let's just do a nice curvy shape on this side. We're just going to do we're going to leave that side for a moment because we're going to draw in our seaweed first. So get yourself some green pencils. Darker green. Okay. Let me start with this one. We're going to draw some seaweed on this side. So drawing up and down. It's a bit like when we draw our breath. Drawing it up and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Don't forget, you can always do that when you are doing your drawings. Just light in a little bit more here. Okay, let's draw some seaweed on the other side. Just some nice, loose, organic shapes. And I'm going to draw, today we're going to try and draw things behind other shapes. So let's have this one poking out from behind. And we're going to go back to our rock. We're actually going to draw our rock so it looks like it's behind our shapes. Okay, great. Let's start drawing our animals. Get yourself an orange pencil. I think we're going to go for a crab. What we're going to do today is draw the shapes and then you can colour them in at the end. Okay, let's start with a nice kind of flat bottom oval for our crab. Draw 2 little parts, which are the start of his claws. And then draw some rounded shapes here and straight lines in the middle. So round, round, down, and meet in the middle. Okay, the legs are just made of these curvy shapes. So we want 2 sets of 3. I'm doing this one over here. It's starting to look like a very cute crab. Now I'm going to use a darker colour of black for his eyes. He's looking up in the air a bit. And a nice happy mouth. There's our crab. Next thing I thought we might do is an octopus. So let's get a different sort of colour. I'll get out in a moment. There's not the green. Okay, let's have our octopus up here, or our jellyfish, sorry. Let's do our jellyfish first. And lots of legs. It might be nice to get a different colour, so I might use a different blue, just to do some, make the legs or the tentacles look a little bit more interesting. So different colour. And again, let's draw the eyes. Happy underwater scene here today. Okay, next step, let's draw our turtle. We're going to draw our turtle sitting on our rock over here. So let's draw. I'm going to turn my page so that I can draw my line a little bit easier. There's my straight line to the bottom of my turtle. And there's my turtle or tortoise shell. Let's draw a head and a tail, and his legs are going to be on the rocks over there as he's coming down. Now we're going to be a little bit tricky, and we're going to do hexagon type shapes. So start with 2 lines and then bring them to a point. So 2 lines, bring to a point. 2 lines, bring to a point. Doesn't matter if they're different sizes. Then what we're going to do is draw some hexagons down the side. So point, point, straight side, point, point. Points at the top, straight sides, point, point. Little triangle top, straight lines, and a point. So keep going, filling your space. Then we might have some half hexagons down the bottom here. That gives it that turtle look. Okay, once again, let's do our little eye. And it's a half mouth because it's sideways. So there's my smiley mouth for my turtle. Okay, let's try a Nemo fish. This time we're going to draw our fish sideways. So we need our fishy shape so far. We match it down the bottom. And we're going to give a little dent in the tail. Okay, let's draw some lines on our fish and draw some fins, a bit like a Nemo fish, and he's going to be swimming upwards. Okay, let's draw on our face. happy Nemo fish. Now we are going to add the black to the fish, just so that we know it's a Nemo fish. A bit of black on the tail. Okay, one thing we did forget was the fin, so let's draw a little fin in. We might do that in black as well, just so it shows up. And we can come back and colour in our Nemo fish later. So there's my fish swimming upwards. And let's try our octopus this time. So I'm going to find my purple colour. And we're going to have the octopus coming from the side of the page, just to make our picture look really interesting. So we want an oval sort of shape, off the side of the page. Now we're going to draw some circles here because we're going to leave some white spots on the top of our octopus later when we colour in. So just leave some white spots. We're going to leave the spaces for the eyes as well. And then we're going to draw some legs. Now octopus have 8 legs, so we need to draw 8 legs. Okay, back to our octopus with our 8 legs. So I've got 1, 2. So we've picked up the wrong colour. Oh no, yeah, that's my black. Okay, so back to my octopus with our 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might need to put a little bit of colour so you can see which ones are the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have another one that's kind of winding over here behind the turtle. 7. And 1 winding down here. 8. There's my octopus. Let's give him a big mouth. And fill in his eyes. Okay, now it's just a matter of colouring in. Oh, before we go, we might do a little starfish. So let's start by doing some eyes first for our starfish. And a mouth, so we know where it is. And I'm going to do a red starfish. So let's start by just drawing very lightly with your pencil a triangle. And then a triangle over the top. And there's our very simple rounded sided starfish. So let's just give him a just very light shade to start with. Light shade to start with. All around the shapes, the eyes. Okay, now we're going to add some shading to our picture. So we're going to imagine that there is a bright light. We've got the sun coming through here into our... Sun's coming down. A little bit hard to see my yellow. I've got a bit orange to it so you can see it. This is my sunshine coming through the water down to where my creatures are. So if the light is there, that means this side is the darker side. So let's colour that in slightly darker on this side. And the same will go for our octopus. The light side's the top side. So just do some light shading around the top. Leaving those circles just for a bit of interest. Just lightly go around the mouth. You can always go over the top of the mouth if you need to. Okay, so the light's coming from here, so that's going to be the lighter side. So this side is going to be my darker side of my octopus with underneath area. Blend it in so you don't notice it as much. So we're starting to look a little bit more 3D effect. Don't forget you can do the same with his legs. So for instance, if I lightly colour this, then I want the dark side to be the bit underneath here that's furthest from the light. Make that a funny shape. I can fix that up when I'm shading. That's my dark side. My dark one. This one I'm going to make it dark all the way because this leg is right underneath him. The same here. Make it dark. That's the furthest from light. Do that one light. This one I'm going to do dark down here. And shade up there. Okay, so that's my octopus. So let me go back to my jellyfish. Aquary color. Okay, so light's coming this way. So this is the lighter side. This is going to be my darker side. Darker colouring in. Obviously, you can do this activity with crayons as well. I'm going to do mine very quickly so you can see, but you can take a little bit more time with yours. Okay, our picture's starting to look really good. Let's go on to our crab. So light side up the top. Okay, so the light is going to be different on each shape because they're on different parts of your page away from the light. So we're going to make this bit the darker side. So far, my crab is my favorite animal. Okay, we're going to make these ones darker and the ends light. A bit of darkness to this one, and on the underneath of those ones. Same with here. Dark there. There's my beautiful crab. Okay, same goes with our fish. Dark on one side. Don't forget to colour the fins in. And lighter on the top side. A bit darker and lighter. Bigger there, darker on this side, and lighter on this side. Okay, onto our turtle. So what I'm going to do with my turtle is I'm going to just use my light green with it on the side, just to colour over the whole thing. I've used my dark green to do the outline. And I just want to do some quick way to do our colour. And now I'm just going to use that same colour green. Remember, our light's coming from this side, just to do a little bit of green on the bottom of these shapes. All of these ones, because they're the ones that are furthest from the light. And just a tiny little bit of green on the bottom of that, just to make our turtle shell a little bit more interesting and a bit different to the other shapes. Okay, last we have our seaweed. So once again, got a crayon. You can do it with a crayon for quick colouring. I just want to shade my seaweed in. And for a different effect, I'm going to use my dark green just to do a little bit of shading. Okay, so don't forget you can use different shades for different effects. I'll come over here and do the same thing on here, these ones. Much easier with a crayon, probably. Might even do my background of the darker green, just for a different colour. Okay, last thing we need to do is to fix up our rocks. So get a couple of different browns if you like, and we're just not going to shade them completely. We're just doing just a little bit of colour by shading. Okay, so different ways to colour in. Don't always have to fill the space. Okay, with the same colour, I'm going to go over here, just fill in the space a little, just to give the appearance that it's a rock without having to colour the whole thing in. And then if we get our other colour, just add some more, just adds a bit of interest. Maybe press a bit darker in spaces. Remember to hold your pencil on the side, otherwise you're just going to get a line. We really don't want a line, we want it just sort of have rough sort of surface. Okay, and there is our finished picture of underwater with all our happy friends waiting to play. See you next time.